Hey guys, this is the Completionist, and welcome to part 2 on how to complete Castle of Shikigami 3 for the Nintendo Wii. Now for part 2 guys, what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how to unlock all the character scenarios of the game, and I'm also going to show you some of the other little tidbits you need to know when completing this game. I'm also going to show you boss rush mode with my second favorite character to use in this game, which is Nagano Ite. So let's get to it guys, and let me finish up showing you how to complete Castle of Shikigami 3. Now guys, when dealing with the character scenarios are unlocked the same way that the artwork is. The character scenarios happen during the prologue of the game, before the stage, before the boss fight, and after the boss fight. Now, to make sure that you have unlocked each of the character scenarios, what you have to do is you need to go into gallery mode and you need to select story recollection. Now, we're going to look at the character scenarios for one-player mode and two-player mode. Now, with one-player mode, you can select any of the 10 characters. If it's highlighted in white, then that means all the character scenarios have been unlocked for that character. If any of them are grayed out, then you have not done the character scenarios for one-player mode. So for example, we'll go to Fumiko. And we'll select the stage. And as I said before, we have the prologue, stage 1 through stage 5, and the ending. So let's go to stage 2, and we see the section. Before the stage, before the boss, and after the boss. And as I said before, if it is shaded in white, then you have completed it. If it is grayed out, then you have not done the character scenario. And you also have the opportunity to play any of the specific character scenarios you want to see. Now that's for one-player mode. Now for two-player mode, you do have two options. You can unlock the two-player mode scenarios if you're playing with a friend, but I guarantee you, you will not get a friend that will play this game with you 55 times. So more than likely you'll be playing dramatic change mode. So for example, we're going to select two random characters. So let's select Mihi, and let's select Batu. Now obviously you can see here we can't select Mimi, we can't have two of the same character throughout the game. And as I said before, you select the stage, so we'll go to stage 4, and the section. Before the stage, before the boss, and after the boss. And you see it shaded in white, then that means you have completed it. Now guys, with the character scenarios, I know especially when playing the game 55 times, it can be a little hard to keep track which of the characters you have beaten the game. For one-player mode, it's actually fairly easy. You just beat the game with all 10 characters. But with two-player mode, or more than likely you'll be playing with dramatic change mode, and you have to use every combination of every character, it can be a little hard to keep track. So I'm going to show you a very easy way in terms of keeping track of using every combination of the characters so you can unlock every character scenario. So guys, let's not waste any time, and let me show you the easiest way to keep track of unlocking all the character scenarios, especially when you're playing with two players. So let's go into the main game, and we'll select dramatic change mode. So guys, we're going to keep all the game modes the same, so let's move on to the next screen. So guys, here's the character select screen. Now, as I said before, in order to consider this game fully completed, you do need to play it at least 55 times. You need to beat it 10 times on one-player mode, so you just simply select any character when you're playing one player. But when you're playing with two players, you need to use every combination of those characters, so you need to play the game 45 times. Now the easiest way to select all the characters is we're going to start with the first character on the screen, which is Reika. And we'll just select whatever attack she wants to use. Now, when it comes to the second character, the easiest way to keep track is to start with Kotaro, And then once you finish the game with Kotaro, pick Reika again, but then do Roger, and then Emilio, Mihi, Famiko, Munchausen, Batu, Nagano, and Ganojo. And then you have all the characters' scenarios unlocked in which Reika is the first character. So, for example, once Reika is done, then we move on to Kotaro. Select Kotaro as the first player character, select this type of attack, and then we do the game with Roger, and then we do the game with Emilio, Mihi, Famiko, and so on. And then as you complete the game with each character, the number of characters you have to use with the next character will slowly decrease. So it may seem a little tedious, but that's how you actually have to fully complete the game. So guys, when it comes to completing this game, the two main things that you do need to do is you need to unlock all the character artwork, and as well you need to unlock every character scenario in the game. The other tidbits that I was talking about earlier is this shoot 'em up actually has a variety of options in which you can use to play this game as many ways as you would like to play it, especially if you are a shoot 'em up enthusiast. So let's see what kind of options are available. You can actually set the difficulty from very easy to very hard, and you can also set the life charge mode from very easy to very hard. So there's definitely plenty of ways through the options menu to actually challenge yourself, especially when it comes to playing this shoot 'em up. But those aren't the only options that are available to you. If you actually go to the very bottom of the option screen and select extra options, you can actually make this game a hell of a lot harder than what it already is by changing the game speed, the bullet speed, and even the bullet size. So if you are a shoot 'em up enthusiast, these options will challenge you to the ends of the earth. So I would highly recommend you give them a try to see what you're actually capable of. So guys, the final thing that I wanted to show you is if you watched part 1 on how to complete Castle of Shikigami 3, I showed the boss attack mode with my favorite character, which was Roger. But what I wanted to show you now is I wanted to show you boss attack mode with my second favorite character, which is Nagano, because she actually has one of the best special attacks in the game, in which she emits a frontal shield that actually deflects the bullets that come at you and actually sends it right back at the enemy, and it can be incredibly useful, especially with some of the bullet hell patterns in this game. So let's get into boss attack mode. And we'll keep normal mode as necessary. And we'll select Nagano. And we're going to keep with her Type 1 special attack, in which she emits a frontal barrier. Now this is the first boss for stage 1, and it is actually incredibly easy. The bullet hell patterns from this boss are actually very easy to dodge. So there's really no need to use the frontal shield. She actually has one of the best normal shots in the game. So just normally dodge the bullets, and this boss should go down fairly quickly. And there was the boss's first form. There's the boss's second form. And the boss's third form, and he's down for the count. Now guys, the second boss of stage 1, I'm actually going to show you how well her frontal barrier actually works. And it actually shines with the boss's second type of attack. So I'll just normally shoot her as necessary. This bullet hell pattern is very easy to predict. You just stay in the middle there. And that's her first type of attack taken care of. And here's her second set of attacks coming. Make a frontal barrier, absorb all the bullets, goes right back at her. here she is. And it can actually take a lot of damage. So, and just simply emit the shield, run into the bullets, and the bullets get reflected right back at her. And there she's down. And this shield can actually work really well for some of the later bosses. So I'm going to see if I can get to the second last boss for boss rush mode to really show you what this shield can actually reflect. So guys, here is the first boss of stage 5, and this is a boss in which this character really shines because you're going to see a lot of attacks thrown at you for the first time, but her shield does wonders. And there you can see it, her first set of attacks didn't even touch me. And the shield just took all that and sent it right back at her. Now with this whole onslaught, you just use the shield, go up to her as close as you can, and just watch the damage being dealt. And there you go. First boss of stage 5 finished. Didn't have to use a bomb, didn't have to use anything. And that's why her shield makes her one of the best characters in this game, so give her a try. For sure. And now I'm on to the final boss of the game. And her shield still works incredibly effective. So guys, give this character a try out, and this shield does a lot of wonders, so don't be afraid to exploit it. So take care, and I hope you guys enjoy this game. You'll be seeing that "thank you for playing" screen a lot of times when it comes to completing this game. Well, what do you know? I beat my own personal record. I actually managed to beat it using one continue. So there we have it, guys. We have now successfully fully completed Castle of Shikigami 3. You know, it is going to be a fairly challenging game to fully complete, especially if you're playing this game for the first time. But trust me, the more times you play it, the better you will be at it. Because you're going to start memorizing certain bullet hell patterns, so the more times you play it, you'll be accustomed to some of the challenge that this game offers. So the best advice I can give to you is keep practicing, and once you actually reach free play mode, then a lot of the stages and a lot of the bosses are going to come that much easier. Now, in terms of finding this game, guys, it's actually quite peculiar. When this game first got released, as far as I know, it only got released to the United States only, because I remember going to EB Games asking for this game and they didn't have it. And one of the clerks told me that it was only released in the States and that they couldn't get it in Canada. So a couple of months later, I got a message from like one of my best gaming friends from a gaming forum I'm a part of, and he actually told me that he actually seen this game for sale at Future Shop. So I went to Future Shop in my hometown, and surprisingly enough, they had it. But it's the only place I've ever seen it for sale. So if any of my viewers are from Canada, you know, you might have a hard time trying to find this game out in the open, but it should be fairly obtainable online. Now, if for any apparent reason, if you do like Castle of Shikigami 3 for the Nintendo Wii, other shoot-em-ups I can definitely recommend for the Nintendo Wii is the Ultimate Shooting Collection, which has 3 shoot-em-ups, and those 3 shoot-em-ups are Radio Allergy, Karios, I probably didn't pronounce that right, and Chaos Field. And from what people have told me, Chaos Field is actually the best shoot-em-up out of the 3 games in this game. And the other game I can definitely recommend is one that just got released a couple of months ago, and that is Sin and Punishment Star Successor. So if you do like Castle of Shikigami 3, definitely check those 2 games out. So anyway, guys, that takes care of another episode of The Completionist. So be sure to check out Majin Power's channel if you're interested in any of the more current shoot-em-ups released for this current generation of consoles. So anyway, guys, take care, and I wish you nothing but the best, and thanks for watching.